one that is generally accepted is that, because the lion is symbol of the Buddha, early iconography of Buddhism, the earliest instance, they did not use an actual kind of representation of Buddha at that time in India. Perhaps we are not too sure. It might have been done out of sense of reverence. Might have been that at that time in India, even the whole art of of depicting deities in stone and images perhaps didn't exist. This was much earlier to even contemporary Hinduism. So instead of depicting the human form, they depicted Buddha. The symbolism, of course, we have the Ashoka chakra, and then you have sometimes the Buddha's footprint is depicted instead of him. But then you also have the lion, like you have in the Indian, the symbol of India, the Ashoka, the three lions. So that symbolizes the Buddha. The term for lion in India is Singha, and or Singh in the Punjab, but for Tibetans it's Singhe. So it is the term is very close. It is the same practically. So it might have come to Tibet through that, and because in Tibet you actually don't have lions like you have in India. We have tigers and we have leopards, but not lions. So the Tibetans might have, in some ways, sort of created this mythological creature living in the snow. So you make him white, but he has all the qualities of a lion, courage and ferocity and the nobleness, is the king of beasts. So that became, in some ways, the symbol of Tibet also. Like these days, the lion is a symbol of the Indian Republic. The lion also became a symbol of old Tibet, of imperial Tibet. But it is possible that even earlier, because, like Buddhism came to Tibet rather late compared to a lot of other countries. It came around the 7th century, 8th century. So earlier, like the earlier Tibetan, let's say, kingdoms in Tibet, these were not Buddhists. These were like, there was a native kind of religion called Burn, very sophisticated. And they have the symbol of, they also have stories of the snow lion. So it could be that there was an earlier mythological creature that is more native to the Tibetans, with a white body, and it also features in Tibetan literature. And there are a lot of Tibetans, even earlier times, who claim to have seen it. It is actually in the secret biography of the 6th Dalai Lama. There's reference when they crossed a certain path that they saw this, like the Dalai Lama and his entourage. So these stories are there, but also most importantly, in the early imperial Tibet, when Tibet was an empire from Songtsen Gampo, 7th, 8th century, and it was a very powerful empire. Like all of Nepal was basically part of Tibet then. All of Central Asia, all those places. And in, like the Tibetans cavalry came as far as even the Bay of Bengal, It was a very big empire. And then that empire, they used the snow lion extensively on the banners of their, of the army. Different regiments had like 2 snow lions, 1 snow lion, maybe 1 snow lion with a different background color. So it has always been there in the Tibetan sort of historical context and in Tibetan sort of mythological references to animals. Snow lion is very important. You see, it is very important for the Tibetan world. That is why it is in the Tibetan national flag and in the symbol of the Tibetan government also. And of course, in the force, in the SFF, Special Frontier Force in Jakarta, they use the lion also. It also signifies political authority. And that is why you use it in the national symbol, of the government. The lion is the king of the beasts. All mythologies and stories. Like not only just Tibetans and the Indians, but even the British, sort of a symbol of British power. There's the lion, and then there's the unicorn. But essentially, the lion is a symbol of the British imperial power, of course, in the past.